All right, hey Aries. So I'm doing an Akashic read for you guys, and this is going to focus on past, present, and future lives. And I'm going to start with the present life so that you know who I'm talking to. All right, so we're just going to dip right in with an Akashic card to see who you are right now when it comes to life. So, who you are now, Aries. Who is Aries? Who are we talking to, Aries? We have the Eight of Keys. So this is the master artisan right here. The Eight of Keys is going to be somebody who is offering their talents, so sharing success. This is somebody who has learned, and through what you learn, you're not afraid to share with people. It could be your spiritual, it could be your emotional, it could be your intellectual, just physical aspects of life. This right here is somebody who's able to learn, and somebody who is willing and able and ready to kind of show your gifts and your talents, share your beliefs, and kind of leave a mark on the world. All right, so let's dig a little bit more with the tarot to see who you are. Who you are, Aries. So some of you guys are on a deep spiritual path, and that's going to be acknowledged by the Two of Wands. Some of you guys could feel like you're on a twin flame journey. That card does represent the twin flame journey. This is not a love read, though. This right here is all about seeing the future. It's building an empire. It's seeing success. This is where you have a vision for the future, and you want to be able to kind of live in your old age. You want to grow. You want to just be comfortable. This right here is forging a path that you're proud of, all right? And this is not somebody who hasn't dealt with their ups and downs. Judgment card is a complete, I feel, rejuvenation when it comes to the spiritual, emotional, mental body. This is releasing past pains. This is rebirth. It's growth. This right here is kind of reorganizing your entire being, who you were. So right here, Judgment card is saying that you've had a lot of trials and tribulations, and you've been able to change those around, and that's been through your strength. All right, so I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has worked hard, but through your work, you don't ignore other people. You still share your knowledge, you share your gifts, you're sharing your spirit and your energy with the world, and it's because of the challenges that you've faced that you share that. All right, so it's like a really enthusiastic energy. It's like I want to share love, I want to give love, I want to give knowledge, I want to be there to help people. I want to be somebody who makes a change on the world as it's kind of sitting. And I feel like that's because of the dire energy that it's in. All right, so let's see what it is you show people. What you show people. So the King of Swords, as far as what you show people, this right here is somebody who's very authoritarian. This is somebody who's very truthful, who's very, very honest. So the King of Swords is somebody who has mental clarity. You know what you want, you go after it, you get it, you have intellectual power. So you probably have a lot of people kind of, showing up in your energy. This right here is somebody who has the attentions of other people. This is somebody who is very authoritative. This is somebody too who can go within and be kind of quiet when you feel like the energy around you does not resonate with you. This is somebody who's definitely had some past trials and tribulations, and you've been able to overcome those. All right. The Six of Swords is basically showing, hey, all is not lost. We've all been through some rough times, but we can all get out of that. And I feel like what you show people is you've dug yourself out of some lower level energies, some lower level vibrations, and you're ready. You're ready to move forward. You're right here catching dreams. The Magician card right here is it's divine masculine energy. It's a divine counterpart aspect. Again, twin flame energy. Some of you guys can feel like you're on that path, but the Magician card right here is somebody who sees what they want, they go after it, they get it. This is somebody who really holds their power, their truth, their authenticity. Okay, that's what you're showing the world. That's what you show people. You show people your authenticity. You show people your magic. You show people that you're communicative. You're well traveled. You You don't lack when it comes to the ambition of going after what you want and getting it. All right. I feel like the King of Swords is it's being derived from the inner core where your truth and your honesty lie. So let's see what it is in this life, in your present moment, that you can shed. And the shedding is going to be based off your past life. All right. So what you can shed when it comes to your present life. So we have the King of Cups coming through. The King of Cups showing up in reverse is somebody who can be emotionally manipulative, somebody who can be quite moody, sometimes lacking compassion, diplomatic energy, and somebody who can possibly show emotional imbalance at times. So what I'm going to say is, if you're not getting what you want, you guys, you could be at the emotional level, at your core, at your heart space. When you don't get what you want, it could reflect in a negative way. And so I feel like what Spirit's kind of reminding you is that you can kind of, you need to shed that energy. So if something isn't going your way, don't let that hide who you are as a person. All right. You have past pains and heartbreaks when it comes to the emotional body that I feel is still kind of showing up, even if you don't even if you don't realize it, and you're like, Becki, you're full of shit. I'm healed to the max. I feel like what Spirit's saying is there's some deeper inner wounds, all right, that you're holding on to. And this doesn't have to be in the present life. It could be something that resonates with your past life and the negative karma that has been collected from your past life. So you guys pay attention to those aspects that come through, because if you feel like you're 110%, healed when it comes to the waking life in the present moment, there's something in your subconscious that you're holding on to still. All right, so it's basically saying you need to dig a little bit deeper. You have the Ace of Wands coming through, and this could be fear of new beginnings, fear of lack, fear of being on the non-reciprocal end of new beginnings. So you could have meetings with people, all right, that end up breaking your heart, or situations end up going where you didn't think they were going to go. And I feel like it's here's what I'm going to say. I feel like it's time to feel, think, and show our emotions with the infinite heart space, and then kind of keep ourselves in check when it comes to where we're other places that we might be thinking with. And I'm talking about lust. Okay, so some of you guys could fall into ego traps when it comes to where you think love sits with you, but it could be an ego trap. All right, so I'm going to pull a little bit more into this read, but let's see what your past life shows, who you were in the past life. We have the Three of Roses coming through. The Three of Roses is somebody that you portend to increase joy. Okay, so the Three of Roses is celebrations, it's joy, and it's a very, very loving energy. And I feel like that's, so coming from your past life into this life, you already know, you guys are already showing this energy. So in the past life, what you were doing is you're increasing joy within yourself and with those around you. So let's just see a little bit more about who you were when it comes to your past life. All right, so in your past life, oh, you got the Eight of Keys again. Look at, you have the Eight of Keys and you have the Eight of Keys. So in your present waking life, you are the Eight of Keys, and you got it coming through again. All right, so in your past life, you guys, you're working on yourself. This is coming into your true, authentic version of yourself. This is like, let me heal myself and let me heal those around me. And what I'm going to do is walk away from lower level energies and those that don't pertain to me no more. All right, so in your past life, this is like walking away from those who have done injustice to you, those that have kind of left you in this negative feeling energy. And then you have the Three of Wands coming through, and it's like, here's what I'm going to say. I feel like you're waiting for something positive to come through to you. It's like, I'm putting in all this work, all of this effort, all of this love back into myself. I'm leaving the lower level energies, but it's almost like in your last life, you were kind of waiting for the big picture to come through here. And I do feel like that's, it's the happiness, the ultimate happiness. It's like, okay, so maybe whoever's here, you guys might listen to like Ram Dass, or you might read Rumi, or you kind of, it's like you're deep diving into the soul level because you really want to connect with yourself. But it's almost like I'm doing all this work and I'm giving, I'm giving, I'm giving. And where do I find my emotional happiness? It's almost like I'm waiting for my ships to come in. I'm leaving the dark stuff behind. I'm working on myself. I'm navigating who I am. But when, and this is like internally, when does my happiness come through here? So let's see what the negative karma is in your past life that you collected, so that potentially we can release that to move forward. Okay, so your negative karma that you collected in your past life, negative aspects, negative karma. We have the 10 of swords. The 10 of swords showing up in reverse is going to be the inability to let things go from the past. All right, so here's what I'm going to say. You guys know how I was talking about that subconscious heartbreak. In your past life, it's almost like you're carrying something from many, many lifetimes, okay? And you don't even have to know what this is in the waking life. But what I'm going to say and how you can associate with this past negative karma is to basically, you need to do a meditation or go within and ask, without even just say anything unbeknownst to me that I'm holding on to, that I've carried over from my ancestors, please take it away. All right, because I feel like the negative karma that you've collected this is like a severe suffering, it's severe wounding, it's severe past unclosed doors. This is really, really sad endings. And I feel like some of this karma could be derived from people that you've never even met, that you don't even know about. Obviously, it's coming through your past life. So I feel like that's going to be super healing for you guys to kind of go within and ask your ancestors to take back any unhealed wounds when it comes to emotional and mental trauma. All right, you have the two of pentacles coming through, and this is kind of going back and forth, being wishy-washy on what you want. So, you know, in this in your present, or I'm sorry, in your past life, as far as who you were, you could have been kind of like, I want something new, and met somebody that was very near and dear to your heart. We have this Queen of Swords energy coming through, but it's like, I don't know that I want a new beginning because of what I've dealt with in the past, okay? And the Three of Roses, that loving elementals, this is supposed to be where we're increasing joy. And it's almost like the negative karma that you held on to was the inability to make a decision when it comes to balancing the past negatives and the future positives. And it could have been too, you guys getting to that part of your life where it's like it's too little too late, you know. You're being so indecisive when it comes to love, new beginnings, and finding your truth when it comes to a newer dynamic. That this right here, it's almost like your negative karma is you've waited too long to make a decision on what you want. Do you want joy and new beginnings? Do you want this energy to come through to you, something that's truth, something that's honest? Or are we going to go back and forth and say, well, but I've lost it all before? So in your past life, it's like you've dealt with a lot of bad issues. You've dealt with inauthentic people. You dealt with insecurities, but you were eliminating those in your past life. You were coming into finding your truth and revelations when it comes to a new dynamic. You know, it doesn't have to be all love, but I do feel like the heartbreak card is a depiction of that. The Ten of Swords, I feel like you've been through a lot of pain and a lot of loss. It could be too that in this past negative karma that you could, you know, it's like finding that truth within yourself on what you want. You know, it's like you're finding joy, but there's something missing right here. You know, there's something missing. But let's just see what the positive karma is that you've obtained. The positive karma that you obtained in your last life. All right, so here's what I'm going to say. You guys did get to a point in your last life where you were able to kind of eliminate stress, worry, anxiety when it comes to the future. You were able to eliminate that, but I feel like what you carry into this life is that you still hold on to some of the negative aspects, okay? With the World card coming through, it's almost like you're eliminating stress, and depression related to the past, anxiety related to the future. So it could be that you're holding this vision on what you see, what you want. You're able to kind of just live in the moment and be in the now. And I feel like that's what the King of Pentacles represents. So I feel like the positive karma that you've carried over is you did learn a lesson in your past life on how to balance the negative and positive aspects. But I feel like even in this waking life, moving into now, you're still going to hold, carry and embody the negative and the positive. It's finding that balance. And I feel like what you did in your last life, you guys, is find balance when it comes to negative and positive. How you feel about the future, how you feel about relationships, how you feel about romance, how you feel about the bigger picture when it comes to life. It could be too that you're trying to find truth, and you're still trying to share truth, but is it the truth, or do I have to do some more digging? In your last life, you're going right into joy, finding joy. And I feel like that's going to be a reminder in this life what you're supposed to be doing here, finding balance, not living in the past, not worried about the future, living in the present moment, being who you are. This King of Pentacles is representing somebody who is wealthy, somebody who is a leader, somebody who is very secure in who they are, and somebody who is disciplined and abundant. All right. And I feel like in your past life, that's what you found was security. It's comfort in who you are. All right. So here's what I'm going to say. I feel like in elimination, when it comes to eliminating and moving forward, it's just finding balance, not going too much into the past, not looking too much in the future, living in the present moment, and doing a deep dive into the subconscious, asking your ancestors and spirit guides to take away what you have no control over. All right. So let's just see, in kind of releasing those aspects, where your future sits. So who you'll be in the future. I hope this makes sense, you guys. This is only the third read I've done. And this is the first time I've ever done this read. So I hope that you guys are with me on this. All right. We have the Divine Physician coming through in the future. And this is a huge card. This right here is you basically finding balance, finding the growth, being on the path that you're on, asking for help, eliminating what you can't find deep inside of yourself. Okay. The Divine Physician comes through as a line of work on the scale of magnificent healing. So in the future, all right, this is like, hey, so in alignment with who you are. You guys are already helping people. You're showing people how to grow and how to put value on themselves. The Divine Physician coming through. I mean, look at this. This is, who would you guys say that is? It's Jesus Christ, right? This is somebody who's coming through and healing and continuing to heal themselves and others. So you continue to share your growth, your love, your wisdom, your compassion, and your own energy and your own frequency, your own vibration. And you guys are completely moving into the future as somebody who nobody wants to live without. This is like being connected. This is like, oh my God, that's such big energy, you guys. I'm at a loss for words, really. Let's pull some more cards to see who it is you're going to be. You continue to kind of heal. You continue to grow. You continue on the path that you're at. You guys have 9 of Cups. You have the 10 of Cups. You have the 6 of Wands coming through. This is the victory. It's success. It's forward movement. This is obtaining all your hopes, wishes, and dreams. This is the ultimate fulfillment, you guys. It's maybe acknowledging that there might be a little bit more growth. There might be a little bit more learning. There might be a little bit more need for healing when it comes to ourselves. But what you're going to show the world is basically the aspect of there is no such thing as long as we can love ourselves and center ourselves and go within and be within and learn how to channel those negative energies outward and just bring into ourselves peace, love, harmony, and bliss. We're able to share that with everybody else. And this is like your karmic rewards right here coming through as the ultimate bliss. This right here is, that is the emotional body happiness. So there is no doubts that you guys won't have that and achieve maybe what you feel has been a piece of you that's been missing. You're going to see that come through here. So let's see what you're going to heal when it comes to this life. Look at that. You guys have, wow, you guys, this right here is, I'm just like, so like these reads, This is your past life, you guys. This is the life that you've had in this life. This is the life you've had before this. This is the life you've had before that. And coming into the future, you have healing, you have warmth, you have love, you have growth. All right. Spirits reminding you this is all about you. This is your, like, in the physical body, in the now, we have one chance, you guys. And for you who are still here, Aries, what I'm gonna say is you do not do it wrong. All right. You will see your ultimate happiness come through here. You are to live here in a life full of abundance, full of giving, full of receiving, full of happiness. That's where you guys are headed. I'm just like, oh my God, I wish I was an Aries right now. I'm just joking, you guys, but this is so beautiful. So let's see where, let's just see where life is taking you. Where is life taking you? Where life is taking you. You guys have the King of Wands coming through. That is all eyes on me. That is somebody who everybody is just addicted to and drawn to. All right, you have balance, you have rewards, you have success. You have the Fool card coming through too. So if you feel like you haven't had a new beginning in some time, you guys have that coming to you right around the corner. And you know, time, there is no definitive aspect when it comes to time, but the Fool card is all about new beginnings, and those rewards are coming through balance, rewards, success, and continuing to have all eyes on you. You guys are operating in such a manner that everybody is just like, tell me more, tell me more, tell me more. This is all growth. This is you and your power, Aries. So let's see what the distant overview is. The distant future overview. Look at that. Here you are. Two of Cups right here. This is like on a deeper soul level journey. I do feel like it is going to be with somebody. You have the Ace of Swords, which is the depiction of new beginnings. It's the victory, it's the win, it's success, and that's all coming because you never gave up. You're not giving up on your dream, who you are, who you know yourself to be, Aries. All right, so I'm going to leave it right there, you guys. I do hope you'll give me some positive feedback in the comments if you resonate and you're still here. You guys take care.